Hello guys, good evening. We'll do a Forex weekly analysis. I didn't post a video yesterday because I wanted to check how the daily closing happens. Because again, weekly has an indecisive candle. If you notice the way the candle has closed, it's a spinning top. Closed again at the resistance, but it's more like a indecisive candle. So I would be again preferring more on a daily close than on a weekly close this week. So if you see the way the candle has closed again, there's this moving average. So this is what I'm waiting for. So if you notice what we discussed last time also was more like a channel. Okay, you can adjust the angle accordingly. So this is a type of channel which I can figure it out. Okay. Yeah. So this is how I would draw this channel. So this bullish body dominant candle confirmed for the breakout. After that, the pullback has started and the moving average is also coinciding. But we don't have a candlestick confirmation. Once we have a bullish candlestick confirmation, then only we can buy. Or else there's a possibility that market can be back to this zone, because another way of looking at it is also this as a resistance, right? So there are two perspectives here. What I can figure it out is if we get, so candlestick will be giving all the confirmations here. So if the candle, what is formed in today's daily candle, if we get a bullish candlestick confirmation, then it would be like a breakout pullback setup and market would be looking to go up, but it has to break this resistance in order to go up. If you remember previously, this resistance is nothing but the 61.8% retracement. So I'm zooming out the chart here. I have to zoom out a lot, but if you check that same thing on a weekly chart, you can easily figure out and you can draw a Fibonacci. If you would have been following the video, you would know this Fibo. We discussed a lot on that. So it's nothing but 61.8% level, which is coinciding around this area. So that would be my take on this week. First of all, I'll go for the daily closes. And as though this candlestick is very powerful, it is a very strong bullish candlestick, which is signifying a breakout. But as in when it reached the resistance, because breakout was near the resistance, it did a pullback instantly. But here the pullback, we need to wait for a bullish candlestick confirmation to actually get that confidence that it is a breakout pullback setup. And once we have a pullback, we can switch to buy. And as and when it breaks this level, we can be on the buying side. But all that will be possible only once we get a bullish candlestick confirmation. If market makes a bearish confirmation, which means again it is back in the zone, and again you can expect it to fall down till here. So that's why I was yesterday also, I was waiting for the daily close. Today also, I will wait for the daily close to happen in dollar index, and accordingly tomorrow I'll take a call depending on the way the candle closes. So that's about the dollar index. So mostly it looks like a breakout pullback, but the problem is resistance is very nearby. So it's just consolidating in that range. And if we check gold here, so gold also, if you notice, it is also sideways. It's trading in the range. And if you'll see the weekly candle, if we have any confirmation, weekly again was a spinning top. So dollar, if it's indecisive, like we have discussed, every other thing also does not confirm for a strong trend. And gold and dollar always have an inverse correlation. So dollar, there's an indecision at the resistance. Gold, there's an indecision at the support. Once this breaks out, see, it is more like a symmetrical triangle. Okay, so this is, you can extend this trend line further. Right, it's more like a symmetrical triangle. Just now market is playing above, but it hasn't closed above, so this candle will not be called as it's looking very bullish and we should switch to buy. No, weekly candle, when you are seeing, you have to wait for a weekly close to happen above this, then only it will confirm for buy. What if market falls from here and then it will be like a spike, like what had happened previously also. So you can go for daily closings instead of weekly. So daily, this, I think the better way, you can adjust it a little. So daily also, this today's close might confirm that if it's bullish or not, because if it closes like a bullish body dominant candle, then it would be looking to go up at least till the next level, which is this, right? Support turned into resistance, at least till this next level. So a lot will depend on today's closing, how the market is closing, and accordingly we can take a call. Otherwise, overall perspective, if you see, it's more like a sideways. So it's at the resistance currently, right? If I have to draw the daily, according to the daily trend confirmation, it's more like this. It's more like an descending triangle, where if you see the lows are connecting here, there was a spike, but they are connecting at a similar point. The previous two lows, if you see, they haven't made a higher low or a lower low. They have made it at a similar level, but the highs are getting lower. So there is a chance that market can fall from here, break out on the downside. And then the same way, if dollar goes up, gold would fall down. But don't take a decision just because it is at the resistance you are selling or things like that. Wait for a proper candle close, like something like this. If once you get a rejection, then you can be on the sell side. If you get a bullish candlestick confirmation, then you can buy and target till the next resistance. So that's about gold. Oil, if you see, oil finally has started moving. It was falling down, and the way the weekly candle has closed is also, but it has closed at the moving average, which means that there's a possibility of pullback. Okay, so if we check the daily time frame again here, right, there was a good fall, and this is more like a consolidation which is happening. So market is constantly, if I'll open the 4 hourly time frame, you will see a proper sideways movement. Then market is constantly making more of sideways movement. It needs to break out on either of the side. So previous 4 hourly candle has confirmed, if you notice, that it can go further up. Basically, it can do a pullback, further pullback. And if you want to stick to sell, so trend wise, it's a sell, but you will get a better price to sell. So you can switch to buy, and then maybe you can target till the next resistance level. So in this type of move, the best way to find the next resistance level is through Fibo, right? So once the candle breaks above, you can target till 38.2, accordingly 50%, and then 61.8. But again, going to the direction part, if I see the daily candle formation, it is mainly indecisive. If you see, it's trying to settle a bit. Okay, so the breakout on either of the side will confirm which side the market. So if mostly if it breaks out in a day or two, it will be like a pennant formation, which is more indicative towards the downside. Okay, so you can keep on checking how the candle is closing, and if it closes below and you get a bearish candlestick confirmation, you know it's indicating for a sell. If you get a bullish candlestick formation, then you can switch to buy side for the pullback, major pullback. So major pullback can be expected till this level, right? If you see, this was the main angle. This was the sideways channel which market would have been, had been following from a long period of time. See, this was the channel. It had broken this channel. So if it breaks on the upside, so it means it's doing a major pullback around till here. And this should also be 61.8% level. See, can you see here? My trend line, 61.8%, 200 moving average, everything is coinciding here. So if the market breaks out on the upside, then this is the main retracement level is what you can expect. So that's about oil. So just wait for the daily closing. If it closes above, if it closes bullish, see now just now it's rejecting 23.6. If it closes above, you can target till 38.2, and later you can target till 61.8. Now moving to major pairs again we'll be checking daily closing itself, because weekly you can see, since dollar closed indecisive, we can see indecisive candles everywhere. So that ways you would have to go to daily time frame and see once you get a confirmation, and accordingly you can take a call. So if we talk about this one way of looking at it is this. So this is a sideways channel, right? And once you get a candlestick confirmation, if it keeps going up, you can you can adjust the angle a little bit. The more the points it connects, the better and the stronger it is. So the way the candle closes, accordingly, you can take a call whether just now it's going up. It seems like that market can test this level and then fall from there. So this is in a sideways channel. So always remember that entering in between the channel is not a good idea. Always enter at the resistance, sell at the resistance or buy at the support. Currently in between, because risk to reward will not be good if you enter in between, because you will target till here but your risk will be this much. So let it go either till the resistance or till the support to take a call. Okay. New Zealand USD, if you see overall trend wise, let me first open weekly chart. So weekly, again, not much confirming much. Half body, half wick, again, more like an indecisive candle, though it is at the resistance. So that if you notice, it hasn't broken this moving average. So till the time it's not breaking this 200 moving average, and also if you see this level has been a very strong resistance, right? Till the time it's not breaking that with a body dominant candle, till then you can wait for a bearish candlestick. More ideal thing to do would be if you get a bearish candlestick to sell, it is a resistance, and then you can accordingly target a bigger risk to reward ratio. So around this area, you can see if you get any candle C, you can see has been a very strong resistance. So once you get a bearish candlestick confirmation, confirming for sell, then you can prefer more of that. If this breaks out, basically we can keep this as a channel. See, everywhere if you see sideways channel, all the charts, because market is, that's why there's spinning top on weekly, daily. It's just moving in a range. So buy at the support, sell at the resistance is the thing. GBP had momentum last week. If you see, GBP fell down. So we had this spinning top, and after that, see such a big candle. So GBP was weak last week, and this week also the way the candle has closed, it looks to continue the momentum. But you would have to figure out good entries to enter in the market. So if you have to sell, the best pullback level for sell would be somewhere around this level, right? So because this was a support which was broken. If you are drawing a horizontal trend line, you can connect it this way, right? You can zoom out the chart, you will get a better angle. So it's see, so this is a better trend line. So resistance turned into support. So once the market keeps going up, so this could be the pullback price to sell again. If its market is not going till that level, so this you would have to take a call by going to smaller time frames. Like for example, see in 4 hourly, we have a bearish setup. We have a pin bar, and that too at a good area. It's a swing breakout pullback, right? Breakout pullback. So this looks like a good setup to sell and target till here, till the next support. So GP looks weak. It looks to continue the downside move, but you would have to see that till what prices you need to target. So long, very good strong trend line, what I can notice is somewhere around here. Apart from that, another strong level, what I can notice is somewhere around here. Okay. So likewise, you would have to keep, you can draw Fibonacci from low to high as well, but you would have to keep a check on what are the next target levels. So as of now, you can target till the next support level. Just a short-term trade. But overall, you would have to see if daily is getting rejected, and if it closes below, then you can target till the next level. But GP overall looks bearish. You can look for better entries to sell. Now talking about AUD, USD, AUD is strong. AUD has been going up. And if you will see the weekly close also, it's more, though it's a spinning top, if you see again, indecisive. But if you can clearly see on a daily chart, you can see this moving average tells it all. It's constantly taking a support here. So AUD again looks strong. GBP looks weak. So GBP AUD as a pair should be a good pair to trade, right? And GBP AUD should be indicating for sell. Why? Because GBP weak, AUD strong, makes GBP AUD a very good sell, and you can see the movement. And still the move is due. So if you see the weekly chart here, You can clearly see the way the market has fallen down, and eventually you can expect it to fall down further. So this breakout has happened, right? So wait for pullback also almost is done. So again, if you're selling, your next target would be around this level, right? So cross pairs would be a good idea to trade since dollar is indecisive. So like you can figure it out that GP is weak, AUD is strong. So try to connect one strong, one weak pairs and try to trade there. And let's check USD CAD. USD CAD also weekly. If you see, we got a, though it's a half body half, but body is dominant. It indicates more for the upside, which clearly means dollar. It's not the dollar move. It's not because of dollar market is indicating on the upside. It's because of CAD. Okay. If CAD is indicating up, because oil has fallen down, because CAD has become weak, that's why USD CAD is looking for a buy. So USD CAD, it's looking for a buy, not because dollar is very weak and things like that. Dollar is indecisive. CAD is weak. That's why USD CAD is looking to go up. So that ways, oil, if oil keeps falling down, you will see CAD will keep USD CAD will keep going up, and also it's a very good area of breakout pullback. If you notice here, right? So it looks to go up, which means oil can, if it further comes down, USD CAD, you can see that market goes up. And it would help the trade if dollar also becomes strong. Like dollar, if it becomes strong, like we are expecting breakout on the upside and movement on the upside from a good period of time. If that happens, this would be an ideal setup to trade. USD buy, CAD sell, and USD CAD, you can see a bullish move then. So that's about USD CAD. So one strong, one weak. So this would be a very ideal setup if dollar becomes strong. So USD JPY, if you see, close was indecisive again. Current movement is happening on the downside because JPY again is becoming strong, right? So that's why USD JPY is falling down. So if you figure out till now, CAD looks weak, JPY looks strong, right? So CAD JPY should be a good trade to trade, right? CAD JPY sell. See, it's looking to fall down. If we check the weekly close, there's a clear confirmation, right, on the sell side and also at the resistance. Okay, so if you understand the correlation, see, I didn't see the chart, but I could figure it out. I could completely correlate because CAD we just now figured out is on the sell side. JPY looks on the strong side. So CAD JPY should be a good trade. Likewise, GP JPY should be a good trade. GP sell JPY looks strong. So GP JPY, you can see, though it has fallen a lot, but further it can fall down a lot. So that ways it looks like a good setup. You can AUD was strong, so you can check AUD CAD. AUD strong, CAD is weak. So see, it's clearly looking bullish on a weekly time frame also, as well as on a daily time frame. It's clearly going up. So correlation helps a lot in that ways. So that's the analysis for this week. So try to figure out the trade setups. Okay, I missed USD CHF. So USD CHF again, since Euro and CHF moves together, we can clearly see a spinning top in USD CHF again, indecision in the market. And then daily, if you see, currently it is at the support. So if dollar becomes strong, so you can see USD CHF has a possibility of going up. Here also I see a breakout pullback setup. So breakout pullback and it looks to go up. So yeah, overall there are setups, but if dollar confirms, if we get a good closing, daily closing on dollar and it becomes strong, we can have many good setups. We can try to especially trade it against JP, which is weak. We can try to trade it against CAD, which is weak. So 1 week, one strong pair will definitely show a strong trending move and a good risk to reward move. So that's it about this week. You can keep following, keep checking the daily closes, and we'll meet again next week. So have a good trading week. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.